Women's manipulation is just so ingrained into women. They're so good at it. They've done it since they were children. Hell, they don't even know they're doing manipulation tactics because it's part of women nature. If you actually watch women long enough and watch them interact with each other, you see some very conniving, backstabbing, manipulative things even amongst themselves. And amongst us men, us dumbasses out there that don't really care to manipulate people, we're not in that process to control others. We're not used to it and we don't understand how it's being used against us. That's a major problem that a lot of young men are going through. So let's go over it.
What's the fastest way for a woman to stop a man from holding her accountable?
I'm just a girl. And then crying?
It's called the girl card, and it's the most powerful
Close.
way for a woman to shut a man down. This card relies on the silly belief that women are honest, innocent, delicate creatures.
And a lot of us men still think this, right? A lot of us men, if there's a woman that cries right in front of us, we'll probably break down. Our knees will buckle because we feel bad. We feel sorry for them, but that's innately built into us with tears.
Who should always be trusted, pampered, and protected, which means anyone who does call her out on her must be a mean, controlling, aggressive bully. This is such a common part of women's behavior that it's...
Yep, we see this and experience this all the time on this channel, right? All the women that we ever really feature, every time they get asked simple, basic questions, like, oh, how dare you, misogyny? And it's a simple, basic question. They don't want to answer it, so they get outraged and play the victim.
It's flown under the radar, even to the women who use it every day, which is why I'm naming it and calling it out right here, right now. Because every good woman who realizes they do this wants to stop letting it ruin their marriage, ASAP, which is exactly what I did. Okay, so this is how the card works. The wife shows up an hour late and acts like nothing happened.
Yep.
Mary, do you realize it's now too late for the movie we're going to take the kids to see? I had a few extra stops to make on the way home. That's not what I asked you. And before you say another word...
Yep. Oh my God, that is so... You're trying to get an answer out of a certain topic, and they always run around that topic as if you didn't ask them that question. Answer the damn question. Please. Before you answer anything else, answer the damn question.
You need to know that Bob called to see if you were home yet from having drinks with Jane, because he hadn't heard from her either. Now, as we all can see, Mary is totally busted. So she has two very clear choices. Her best option would be to admit she made some mistakes and work through this with her husband.
Accountability?
But we all know this world sees that about as often as we see Haley's Comet.
True.
Instead of Mary apologizing for being selfish and ruining everyone else's night, what does she do?
Double down.
Yeah. She reaches into her bag of tricks and pulls it out. She launches into a primal scream about how he's yelling at her, accusing her of lying, how hard her life is. She's done nothing wrong. She never has any...
The she's not nothing wrong one, that one's a huge one. I didn't do anything wrong. I'm just living in my truth. I'm just doing me. That is probably the biggest pet peeve I have when it comes to this topic right here. No, you did something wrong. You know exactly you did something wrong. That's why you're saying you did nothing wrong.
Room to breathe. She just wanted to blow off some steam. What's so wrong with her having friends? Now, if you noticed, I put a number next to each of her claims, because that is the exact number of layers to her defensive game. Basically, she is saying, you don't get to talk about your issue with my selfishness until we talk about my 7 issues, which are all made up.
True.
And even if a man can get through all 7 layers of garbage, she just goes back to number 1. As you can see, this is an awesome way for women to make the subject anything other than them being accountable. There are many reasons a woman avoids accountability like the plague.
Because they're wrong? I mean, admitting wrong is hard. I do admit this, but that's the only thing I can think of if they don't want to be wrong.
One of them is control.
Oh.
The other one, she doesn't want to hear that she is the selfish jerk she actually is. If you've learned at least
self-awareness, yeah, they don't want to be taught to be self-aware that you're a selfish prick that just consumes resources.
one thing today, please show that by fist bumping the subscribe and like. It only takes 2 seconds. Thanks for doing that. It really supports the
Give her some support. I always link the channel down below and the video down below.
Community we're building here. To be fair, most women don't know they're doing this and how much it hurts the relationship. I sure didn't.
That's the crazy thing, that they don't know they're doing this. Like, that's the part that, as a person that is decently self-aware, I assume, like, them not knowing any of this is crazy. Them not knowing that they're using tactics to manipulate people is crazy.
Once my husband explained to me that this manipulative behavior broke the trust and respect in our marriage, and what it could look like if he broke the trust and respect in our marriage, I smartened up real quick. Now, we've all seen the girl card used way too many times. So here's what you need to know so you can revoke its privileges.
Okay.
Let's break it down to the basic parts so it's easy to understand.
I really like watching It's God's Plan. Maybe not everything she gives is noteworthy or useful, but it's good to kind of see women's tactics and how women can navigate through women's tactics.
Okay, we know that most men are protectors. So
Sure.
when his woman is in distress, he rushes to her aid.
Almost always.
Now, without getting too science-y, his reaction is based on fight or flight. So there is no time to decide if the threat is real. He just goes into protect mode and never realizes the only threat is to her silly ego. Basically, she uses her girl card to hijack his masculine protective nature so she can avoid being accountable. But I'll tell you the worst part. This only works because he is a nice guy who really...
I was going to say, it only works because you let her. Because we're simps. A lot of us are.
cares about her. If he was the kind of jerk who deserved these manipulations, he wouldn't care about her safety or comfort to move.
Isn't that funny? If he was the type that deserved it, he wouldn't even care anyways. That's the funny part. It only affects the good guys. So sad.
So, because he cares, he jumps to save her from the monster who was threatening her. And
Herself.
Now, because you watched this episode, you know the name of the monster. And it is accountability. Now that you know what this is and how it works, you may be able to come up with your own plan how to deal with it. If you need specific details for your situation, there's help in the description.
Again, it is interesting to be able to navigate through women's tactics. That's why I like this channel. The second channel, it goes through a lot more of my thoughts, a lot more of my feelings, and a lot more of like just my internals, and just try to more education type thing. But it's also still entertainment. Please like, subscribe, comment down below. I really appreciate that, and catch you guys next time. Ciao.